here again with, uh, I'll be honest, like, as soon as I failed, I just took to the bottle really hard, so I really don't remember what's going on here. And by took to the bottle real hard, I switched to pop again and went into a diabetes coma that just, like, left me rendered helpless for a whole week. So, Nick, you got anything on the mind? And I haven't turned on his nerve set there. Okay, hang on. Let's just see what's going on. Let's see. Some ways I always knew. Let's just do the good old-fashioned press every button, because that always works. How'd you know? Yada yada yada. Bada ba. And the lunch lady's uninformed. Okay. Okay, sorry. Do you have some personal against prosecutors? I forgot her voice too. Shit. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, guys. Here's what you do whenever you get into like a whole like vocal switching thing. You write down the voices. You don't forget the voices. You do something that's easy on your throat, so you don't blow it out like a bunch of times. And you rewatch the last video so you don't forget and have to come up with another voice on the spot. Crap. Well, since she was like an old cop from what I do remember. I'll give her a wig. Wait, no, that's... No, nope. I'm gonna give her something nasally because she frustrated me, that she did. And she's who? Aha. I don't have anything lined up. I gave her like a femme fatale voice that I don't have any want to imitate right now. So we'll just like go with whatever. And I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there. I'd still be one.
Laid off? Was she fired? She was fired.
No, Nick, there's a big difference between being fired and laid off.
What's the difference?
I think you walk out instead of being, like, pulled out because you attacked the boss.
They what?
My world's very funky. Just leave it at that.
Okay.
I already forgot the voice. To me, you prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. Was on my way to deliver the lunchbox to my boyfriend. Hold it.
This boyfriend, he's a detective?
Not that boyfriend. The security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, that boyfriend, this boyfriend. The other boyfriend. A care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. You might have dodged a bullet on that one. I might have been one of the other boyfriends if things are going on that way. Wait, what? He hurt me? Wait, I heard that? Note to self! The judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in block A. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign, yes? Incidentally, did you bring your lunchbox by car?
Since I'm a visitor, I parked in the B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Well, I said something. Okay.
Sense something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? Like, some mystical mumbo-jumbo powers, like Maya.
Darling, who is this Maya you speak of? It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling when you go to view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. Full of seeds. I have no idea what that means whatsoever. Carry on.
Speaking of detective intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective?
Why, yes. Well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese? Pale white cheese. Not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn, if you will. Man, I must be hard yellowed and sharp as a tack. Were you like left in the sun or something like that?
Nick, repeat that for me. Does that mean you were like out of the fridge and like left to like dry?
Yes, quite literally. Like an ex I had, we were suntanning, and then like, lo and behold, she kind of dumped me by going with some other dude, and yeah, this was all while I was sleeping and tanning. I ended up being out there all day, and I burned really badly, I might add. Like, I still have a scar on the back of my neck and under my chin. That's why I grow the beard. Yeah, in order of an old cheese to match. Hi! I am not old. I am very well aged, and I don't stink. In any case, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, Yep, hold it.
A garish car, you mean,
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
It is not garish, it is very stylish. And something that gets me from point A to B. Don't talk shit on my car that I have yet to get back.
Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim is stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's.
I like to go camping. It's my cooking knife. There's also a stove and some spare logs, flint, and what else? Fire starter tongs, because I like making hot dogs on the beach when you cook.
Edward, do you actually go camping, or do you just go and go and barbecue on the beach?
This is neither here nor there, and your voice is oddly low.
Wasn't it?
Yes, I just got through saying that it was my knife. It was my car. It was also my nudie marks. But you're gone now.
Yes, gone now. And the person you saw, are you sure was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's do what we can! Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Hey, I might be out of, like, the loop for, like, so-and-so, but I've been at this for half a year. So what if that's still technically the rookie year? I have victories under my belts. I have victory. I've beaten that man twice. I beat his predecessor, the guy who was undefeated. I was on top. So who are you calling a rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside and chewy on the inside. they're both kind of chewy, though.
I know that. But we don't tell her that because she's staring really deeply into our soul.
That seemed kind of threatening. Very inspiring, too. I believe I heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be regulated to a lowly post-lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. The photograph? You took this? From behind the fence. The moment I witnessed the crime was my reflexes took over. At snap, I took the photo. In fact, one of my lunch boxes was rigged with a camera. The fuck kind of person puts a camera in a lunch box? You're sick. I'm only seeing this photograph just now. You think I'd show a prosecutor? Think again. That's hell of illegal, though! Wait, actually, is it? I don't know, withholding evidence, that's... And ergo lies it. Well, this most definitely is a defendant. Moment of the crime as photographed by Angel Star.
Oh, that's unmistakably Lana Lake.
There's gloves. Something feels off about that. So what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Wait a minute. There is no knife. And if I remember correctly, she said, like... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the good old-fashioned hold it. This is probably the thing I needed to do. So, KO! I fucked up. Okay, that's fine, that's perfectly fine. Alright, so...
Tell me more about the knife the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say it was more than 4 inches long. Okay.
You can't testify your ability to kill a man.
Wait, okay. Perhaps the chicken salad was a better metaphor.
So the defendant was holding the act on what?
She thrust the pointing tip into the Okay. Would you like this to come? I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely tuned detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor starting next to a garnished card. Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand, and she thrust the point.
Tell the court why you didn't stop the crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
Defense is the point! Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, I was already too late.
Too late?
Yes, the next moment... Okay, go ahead for some reason. Alright, somehow I always knew. From the long socks to most blind, shred something finally tuned to take his intuition at work. Right fence, I saw the chief standing next to a Darish car. Right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of it. Okay, it had blood on there. So this might be the one thing to do it. If this isn't it, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. There we go. I was right.
And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife.
Thank God, thank God, thank God, Lord Almighty, hallelujah, I guessed right. As I've already said, yes, I swear on my finest salmon swirl. I'm sure that's a fine lunch. Nah, it's shit. I make better salmon. I'll cook for you later. Relay that.
I am not relaying that.
Come on, we need more favor, man. I'll take over the body, I'll cook us something good, and we can win this trial easier.
We're not doing bribery.
But everyone else is.
It's not ethical, and I don't think it works that way.
The hell it doesn't work that way. He's clearly being bought over by, like, so many other shit that's going on. This is, like... The only one we didn't have what was in the hole is the first trial, man. Let us cheat a little bit.
Nope. We're doing this, the player way. I gotta win. But isn't it odd? Look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh. And I wonder what's on her chest. I'm not talking about her boobs. I'm talking about the blood on there. Then why isn't she holding a knife?
I feel like I forgot to say something about that. You really think you did, huh? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection.
That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Where's the thought and feeling in that?
Objection. That you are still stronger than your ever feeble mind, right? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. It was taken after the stabbing. Objection. There we go.
And how can you tell that?
Blood splatter.
Huh?
There. Phoenix, you didn't pick up on that. She's fucking lying. She said she was holding the knife. She said she saw him stab. She took the picture before the stab. The dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat.
But it's a black and white photograph.
Oh yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Mr. Wright, I see no problem here.
No problem except you.
Mr. Wright! Are you sure? Are you going to just sit here and take that kind of abuse?
God, you got a better idea?
Objection!
Wait, what?
Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony.
Huh?
Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. Mr. Wright, why do you seem to be getting up? I need to deliver justice. You sit down! We don't need that in here.
You were gonna make me walk over and smack her, weren't you?
She's a dick, okay? If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. I don't like her. Good advice! I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. No, the real good advice would be make your own damn meal, cause
'cause anything she brings to the plate tastes like shit. I beg your pardon. You heard me. I didn't have the time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was predetermined murder.
Predetermined? How could you know?
Look at the photographs! Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph!
Well, were those gloves?
Surgical gloves made with thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on?
Oh boy.
If that was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
Ah!
Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder is a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. Murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it.
Is there anything that could help here? Bruce Goodman died behind that, cause of death, blood from a chest wound, assessment wound caused by a... It's okay, dude. You know what? Fine. Plug it. Press it.
What if she just was in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves?
Gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies.
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's only possible conclusion one can make. Hey Edgeworth, that toolbox. You're a very cleanly person, and odds are you don't want to get flint on the hands. Are you missing a pair of rubber gloves in that toolbox? Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Damn it!
Impressive! I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. She's got them thinking it was all planned.
Phoenix, all murders are planned in some extent.
If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated.
It's only a flesh wound. Anything you can say?
Okay. Somehow she always knew this would come. No prints, parking stub. Huh? Goes to show you, never know. Hang on. Can I actually look at that? Oh, never mind. Okay, I can't look at that either. Must be the victim's blood. Always knew a day like this would come. Was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Sensed something, perhaps finally telling detectives intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor. Hang on. Just come on my way to deliver the boxable. The wire fence. I saw the. Okay, wait. Fuck it. I'll try it. I'll try this. I will try this. Fine. We'll just do that. Nope, it didn't work. I really don't know what to do here. Okay, the wire fence. You saw the standing cigarette car. Murder was planned. Whoever else prove it. Seven dash 5 12 2. Seven dash 5 12 2. Oh no, 212. First, 212. I don't know what to do. I am at a fucking loss here. Can I zoom in here a bit more? Yeah, but okay. Okay. What do we got here? What do we got here? We'll turn this around. No, fuck it. We'll put the knife up there. What? Yeah, fuck it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living. You know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed! Well, that's my knife. My poor knife that I'm probably never going to get back, I realize. Paid a lot for that knife. Very decorative. Got me lots of apples. Some good kindling. This is why you keep the knife on you, Miles. If you let someone else hold your knife, it's gone forever. Rule 11. I always have a knife.
What is with this case? The bloody murder weapon, red car? Defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, what the...
Defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What? What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you stated Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those...
Oh, yeah! Because it was in Edgeworth's car. How the hell is she gonna know about that? That makes a lot of sense. Okay, yeah. Oh, man, I am lucky I stumbled into that one, but, like, goddamn. Oh, I will take it. I will take it. Thank God I take it. Yay!
However, would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon?
Like I said, all murder is premeditated, even the weapon.
Oh, what's that look on your face? You seem like you're thinking something. This knife, it just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon!
Phoenix, I may have just said that, but...
What's wrong? Things out of place?
Order!
Not in my damn court!
Great, now the tide's turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Not quite yet.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
What?
Have you been deluding yourself into thinking that the tide is turned? Now there was such a trifling detail.
But this shoots the hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care about is that lunch lady over there.
Are you trying to prosecute her? Because if that's the case, then like I'll be her defense attorney and I'll do a shit job, and yeah, we can totally do that. I don't mind taking this out.
What are you?
He can't hear me.
But I can. I'm not gonna do that. I like my perfect record.
Defendant Landis murdered the detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needed to prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. You know, the way of saying that makes me think you're the one who did it. Wasn't what? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. God damn it.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. You bitch.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me.
Really now?
Her deduction powers. Angel's deduction. Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife again and again. ¿Cómo se dice what?
It does sound like a lot of premeditation, doesn't it?
So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Ow! You smacked me over the back of the head!
You said something dumb.
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Murdered Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to prosecutors. I'm sure the piece her grudge against the victim. Nothing else would drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Okay, therein lies the thing. Let's see.
Bam! You say she stabbed him again and again, right? But you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my matzo preen.
Get that cow food out of my face!
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as a result, mister.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to the loss of blood from one stab.
Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really.
And what about my objection? No one noticed!
Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right?
Okay, you're wasting food! You are wasting food!
Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted a knife, I thought I saw blood on her breast. The splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
There's no blood.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought the blood was... The muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
This star has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
In short, the short wick burns out the fastest. That's a scientific fact.
I wonder, would it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Don't take notes on that.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
She intended to murder him. So why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutors? Hang on. Why does she know that?
You have no proof that Miss Sky called him there.
You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts?
There's no record of a call made on the defendant Miss Sky's phone.
She might have written him a letter.
Come on, you could have tried the public phone first at least.
In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered.
Oh, there we go. I think I know what it is. I think I gotta show the picture again. There we go. Okay then. Take that!
Miss Star, I demand an explanation.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
We're teaming up on this one.
A little bit, yes. The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you just proved it yourself. Ah, damn it.
But that can't be.
Only professional manslaughter could be so utterly clueless. That's why you forgot my pickles and that bugger I asked for 2 weeks ago. You bitch!
What?
You heard me! You pickle for getting trollop!
You kind of went a little bit too far.
I know, but I wanted to have fun with this. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true love calling.
Huh. Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. Ow! You hit me in the back of the head again!
Why do you keep doing that?
Why aren't you getting more mad?
Well, we're kind of going on the right case and we're teaming up with my buddy. So why would I not?
But let's keep going. Let's keep going.
But that was a red scarf. No, not that. But something red, really.
Well now, where were we? But this is still an entertaining interlude.
Please continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect? Tell us about that.
She apprehended her from behind the fence. How? She remembers something accurately, so yeah. Like, which boyfriend you were probably banging that day.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony just might be the moment of truth.
And we'll find that out tomorrow.